if it looks like a gun and it seems to have all the bits that operate like a gun, then it would work like a gun, right? I don't want to sit... Yeah, no, I haven't sung in ages. I've had a cold and whatever. I might just delete it, to be honest, at this point. It's been like weeks since I last felt like having it on. There we go. Alright, everyone. 5 minutes till start time. So let's have a look now. Let's see. Allow me to introduce you all to King Samuel II. We have King Samuel II here. As you can see, he's inherited his father's temper. He is wrathful. Ergo, we will be going for a military ambition. But should that fail, he is also discreet. So if we fail the military ambition, we'll go instead for a stability ambition. Also, as a bastard from the last game, and the fact that the king ran cover for several witches, I've kind of cooked up. Samuel II's true mother was a witch. So, as such, he's going to be anti-faith, anti-High Inquisitor, and in favour of magic. There we go. And that's something we got from our advanced roleplay rules. So, I mean, for those of you that don't know, you can find the advanced roleplay rules available on the second link there in chat. But you give your nobles a little stuff like that. A real witch, yes. But yeah, we are never going to forgive or forget a slight and bear a grudge. And if he can, he will always try and punish those that have wronged him. So King Samuel II is going to be very mean. Furthermore, if there's a chance for him to deal with something privately, he will do so. Try and keep the council out of sight, out of mind. But yeah, that's the gist of it. So if you see me come to a decision where you think any of that is relevant, feel free to tap the sign, and we'll have a chat. But I'm going to be bearing that in mind as we go through. Now, let's see the state of the kingdom. As you can see here, we've still got the claw. And, you know what? I mean, other than the Grandee's military, everything is okay-ish. It's functional. I mean, it's not great, but it's okay. You know, we're alright. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, I forgot as well, truth be told. I opened this up, I saw the little south, I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna change that, yeah. The march could use some expansion. No, it's not the march that's the problem. Dear Lord. Anyway, let's go through, let's introduce, let's see everyone. Come on in. And we have, joining us at the start of today's game, welcome on in to all of our barons. We got Baron Gibbo Nexus. We got Baron Shadowmoon, Baron Gwentaris, Baron Mero, and Baron Katori. Welcome on in all of our barons for the start of today. Joining us from the Grandees, we have Grandy Casual Hoy, who is currently streaming, I believe. Let's do a little shout out. If I can... How do I do a shout out? There we go. I am so tech savvy. So yeah, go give Hoy a follow and a watch. He's streaming one of his How to Noble games today. Super appreciative. Bless Hoy. Joining us as well, we've got the Grandies. Grandy Morgrim, Grandy Whopper, and Grandy Lakelock. Welcome on in, all of our Grandies. Get comfortable, and don't worry, I will extend us south. Me and Morgrim will discuss that probably over the week. Finally, we got the patricians. We got Patrician Nivmilk, Lord Patrician Nekojita, Lord Patrician Ephra, Lady Patrician Sirius, and Lord Patrician Chaz. Welcome on in, all of our patricians. How you all doing? I hope you're all comfortable. Hope you're all ready. Now, as you can see, everything's pretty healthy. We're going to start, as always, with the path to victory. Your Majesty, you have some big boots to fill. And with your father out of the picture, the nobles will be looking for any opportunity to replace you. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Much like my father, I will be a military man. I shall rule with an iron fist, and none shall defy me. A warrior king is sure to be remembered fondly if he wins more battles than he loses. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall military as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Hey up, Bunkle. Welcome on in. There we are. Joining the Grandies. Welcome on in. I don't know exactly what it is, to be honest with you, Katori. The higher the better. I usually aim to try and have at least 20 in whatever it is I'm gunning for. So at the minute we got, what, 15 military? That 15 military, that failed last game because we were wrathful last game. And we instead ended up doing the spy route. Let's meet you all. Give you a tick. Okay, let us know what you find, Morgrim. Now that you're the king, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Who have we got? Hello, patricians of the coast. We have Nivmilk. Hello, noble patrician Nivmilk. Pleasure, your serene highness. Hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. The sum of the regions needs to be 18 or higher. Excellent. Thank you for letting us know, Morgrim. So I need to find 3 extra points of military. Hail and well met. Who have we got from the Grandies? We have Grandy Whopper. May the ninth God bless your reign, your highness. I trust you will conduct yourself with honour and faith. And finally, the Barons of the March. Hail and well met, your highness. Under your leadership, we'll whip this kingdom into shape. Hello, Gwentaris. And with that, the introductions are done. Council Hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue. Is this what your father fought so hard for? Yes. 100%. Hold on. Oh. I don't know what it is. I've got some sort of cold or flu. It's been going on for like 2 weeks. But every now and again I cough up a bit of phlegm. So I'll just have to nip over and get a bit of kitchen roll so I can hack it up. Please, we'll continue as we are, as best as we can. Your Majesty, it was an honour to serve your father, but now it is your time to wear the crown. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Alright. Military parade. That's what we'll do, right? Shall we call the nobles in? Military parade? Ugh. Hey, thank you very much. Thank you, Bonkle, for resubbing. Religion. But yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that, Bonkle. Every little helps. All the money I get from Twitch essentially just gets added to my gaming budget. I'd rather have nothing than have a religious ceremony. Just saying. It's real sad. No puddle. Only the lesser puddle of the river. Voting is open, everyone. Type !vote, followed by A, C or D, whichever option you like. I'm going to also use this as a sort of barometer to see how many people are active. Let's have a look here. It looks like we got... Casual Hoy is like, no coronation, no. But unfortunately... everyone wants to throw me in the river. Alrighty. That's 11. Okay, we got 11 active voters. You vetoed my religious ceremony? Listen, there's no way I'm gonna have the 9th god watching over me. It is decided the king will be thrown in the river. And so it begins. The nobles pick you up and carry you out to the Treadwater River, hurtling you into the shallow water with a cheer. When you climb back up the bank, soaking wet, the Chancellor steps forward and places a crown upon your head. Is it your imagination or are some of the nobles stifling giggles? End of season. Eyes down, everyone. It's time to scheme. We know my ambition is military. Martin of the Gibbo Nexus bloodline, infamous marcher prodigy, stands before a blazing earth, shouting and swearing. What? Back down from a fight? Never! I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful king, on the throne! Okay, options for barons for their scheme. This is how you're going to try and put me out of business and place Martin on the throne. We got A, intimidation, B, uprising, and C, gunpowder. Intimidation, you're going to want to infiltrate the palace and strong arm me into giving you what you want. Uprising, you want to rely on the peasantry to revolt. And gunpowder is magic bang bang powder. You're going to collect lots of that. Maybe you'll put it into guns, maybe you'll blow up my house. One of the two. I don't know who's outstanding to vote. Gwentar. Oh, no, there we go. Cool, thank you, Gwentaris. There we are. The old gunpowder trick. Hasn't worked yet. The Republic of Kurth has this substance called gunpowder. With enough of that, the barons could take over the kingdom. Of course, a sensible king would never allow one region to hoard such a thing. To do so secretly, the barons must ensure their trading partners don't fear the king's wrath. To advance their scheme, the barons must lower authority to 4 or less in 2 seasons. We're currently at authority 5. They got to drop it a notch. Rhoda of the Ep03 family, legendary coastal elder, scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk, explaining in measured prose. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of King Samuel II. Something must be done. Alright, we got subterfuge, doppelganger, and corruption on offer for our patricians. Subterfuge, you're going to infiltrate my inner council, replace the Chancellor and the Spy Master. With doppelganger, you're going to find me a body double to replace me with. And with corruption, you're going to bribe everyone. And via bribery, supplant me from the throne. What's it going to be? Who has yet to vote? Ephra and Niv, Nekojita and Chaz. I think Chaz is lurking. So Nekojita, you get to decide if you want. I'm going to do a final countdown. 3, 2, 1 and we'll move on. Or fate will decide. Boom, boom. There we go. What have we got? Subterfuge, the goal of lowering stability. The patricians plan to replace the king's advisors with their own agents. First, they must prove they're doing a bad job. To advance their scheme, the patricians must lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons. It's currently at 7, so they got to drop 3 points of stability. Tall order, but possible. Seraphina of the Bonkle lineage, infamous southern mischief maker, stands bathed in sunshine, ranting in a fury. A false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honour. We must not allow it to go unanswered. Okay, Grandees. Our goals are sorcery, if you want to make a deal with a wizard. Further, if you want to get something going with religion. Or C, excommunication might actually be kind of thematic. If you want to expel me from the church. Oh dear. Are you actually going to join hands with the patricians? No? Oh, look here. Further is inching out. Okay, who's the deciding vote? Got Hoy, Morgrim, Lake, Bonkle. Bonkle can have the deciding vote. Or we can let fate decide. Gonna do a countdown. 3, 2, 1. And we'll be moving on. Bonkle. Coin toss it is. Further it is. The classic. The Grandee's claimant Seraphina has been chosen by the Night God to be the next queen. She has promised a first miracle, food for all. To advance their scheme, the Grandees must raise their farm into 5 or more at 4 seasons. It's currently at 5. Grandees ideally just want to make sure they don't lose any farming. But, you know, it'd always be nice to have more farming, I guess. Alright, let's see. We got Martin, our treacherous half-brother, in the march. Pursuing... That's actually good. Wait, did I marry a baron? Was this like a legitimate son? Because I was legitimized as a bastard. So my treacherous half-brother, who's mad that this bastard got legitimized and he's been sat out, over in the march, pursuing a gunpowder scheme with the barons. They need to make sure the kingdom's authority is 4 or less in 2 seasons' time. It's currently at 5. Serafina, a bastard offshoot, another bastard. In the south, the Grandees are pursuing a further scheme. They want to make it look like they're performing miracles, so they need to keep their farming at 5 or more in 4 seasons' time. I can't remember where the Samuels originally came from. I can't remember their bloodline, but they came from the March. Rhoda, a false pretender, pursuing a subterfuge scheme with the patricians. I mean, the Pats have decided they want a lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons' time. Currently at 7. Tall order, tall order. And of course, once all these are done, you'll move on to the second level of your schemes. But, you know, it's not looking undoable. Reverse voting. Oh! Here we go, everyone. This is great. This is wonderful. Nilawa, welcome on in. I think you're a baron. Where are you? There you are. A baron with no money. The old favourite. Hello, Nilawa. Your Majesty, we in the March have finished a complete reorganisation of our new army. It's truly a powerful beast now. Yes, yes, very lovely. Moreover, I was hoping the Crown might be willing to host some military exercises. The soldiers are restless. You want to start a war? We just need a suitable campaign to whet our swords and spears. An unbloodied army isn't worth its salt, I'd say. Let's see what the council thinks. Instead of a costly war, Your Highness, we can establish mercenary companies to fight abroad and take a healthy cut of the profits. Or if Your Majesty wishes to gain something more than gold, we should use our might as intended and make inroads into Tavolin, whose meagre army will surely be no match. You know, we're going to do something. Veto D. Yeah, exactly. Veto D. 100%. I want a victory. I want to win. We are here to win, and we're going to keep winning. Tavolin's good. I like Tavolin. They're small. We can bully them. You know, we can do Tavolin. That can be a warm-up. We'll see how it goes. And should Tavolin go good, then we can turn to Ashmead later on. Okay, what is that? That's 12 of you voting, 4 left to vote. That's not enough to swing it, so we're going to move on. Citing a centuries-old agreement between the Kingdom and the Ashmead Empire, which once ruled Tavolin, the Baron's forces soon occupy a small strip of land on the March-Tavolin border. The Marcher battalions see action, but not enough, as the locals' resistance is paltry. Meanwhile, you await word from the Tavolinese Queen. We are so good. Oh. Yeah, okay. Your Majesty, I have an interesting idea. The best since lined parchment, I dare say. An expedition to Char. What a brilliant idea. Ha ha! I thought you'd agree. You have a lot of wealth at the moment, Your Highness. It's just sitting around collecting dust. Why not make a sound investment and send explorers to Char? Who knows what they might find? Treasure, rare materials, ancient history, a new disease. She's a bit too animated when she says the word disease. Yes, colonies. War and colonies. We're off to a great start. My English blood is jumping for joy. Let's see. That sounds like a fine idea. Her eyes light up from behind her spectacles. Wonderful news. I shall make the preparations immediately. Expect a brief on your desk very soon. The honor guard, let's have a look. It should be hello celebrity or Canadian commander. They are in the pats again. As is tradition, each region offers a selection of elite guards. The patricians were champion gladiators, yuck. The grandees were fierce battle nuns from the sisterhood of steel, yuck. And the barons offer a squad of battle-hardened veteran soldiers. There we are. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be loyal to coin above all. I've made my decision. I wait your verdict with bated breath, Your Majesty. It's obviously going to be the veterans of the march. We're a military man with military matters to attend. I will make the arrangements at once. The veterans arrive a few weeks later. They march into the throne room in perfect formation before lining up behind your throne. Hands on sword hilts, each soldier sports a bigger scar than the last. Alrighty, there we go. End of the first season. Big moves happening already. So let's have a look here. The patricians will, for their scheme, want to lower stability. They can do so with F, the prison. But if you would like to hinder the patricians' scheme, you can raise stability instead with A, the library. As for the barons want to lower authority. They can do so with B, the theatre. And the grandees may be happy to have increased farming with C, the aqueduct. Of course, as we're on a war footing, I would quite like E, the fortress. I would like more military. The more military, the better. But it's up to you. I see 5 items that people have a reason to vote for scheme-wise. Otherwise, feel free to bid on stuff based on your whatever roleplay you've cooked up for yourselves. We're going to be starting the auction now. Type exclamation mark fund followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. The top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Everything else will get a refund. There is how you have about 40 seconds to get your funding in. There is, however, a slight delay on stream, so I'll type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. B and A. Okay, B is a clear leader with 1,000 gold. A and E are jostling for second place, both at 600. The observatory has 501. Anyone can win this. If you're waiting to snipe, the time is coming up. The time is now. 10 seconds left. Get in there, get in there. Don't miss out. I saw an observatory. Who did that? That was Ep03. Well, thank you, Ep03. Because of you, the Ninth Church got a little bit weaker. Let's see. Gwentaris built the theatre lowering authority. Ep03 built the observatory lowering faith. Anything to ruin the beer? Oh, okay. Alright, well, let's try not to metagame too much. Let's start with Tavernese correspondence. This is going to go great. A letter for your majesty from Queen Emmeline of Tavlin.
Dearest King Samuel II, I regret to have learned that a number of soldiers bearing the banners of your barons have occupied the edges of my territory. I'm sure this is a very unfortunate misunderstanding. Still, I ask you desist immediately. The consequences of not doing so will be severe. My gaunt will be watching, as always. P.S. I know about your nut allergy.
What are the gaunt?
They're a shadowy rumour. We believe they are Tavlin's network of spies and assassins.
Oh, like my father had. So she's threatening me?
I would assume so, yes.
Okay, alright. There'll be no withdrawal. What's it gonna be? We can go on the offensive and, you know, grab as much as we can, or we could just wait and see, continue to occupy what we got. Free land is free land. They're not even fighting for it, are they? Okay, that seems... If you die to a nut allergy, it's not our fault. I mean, nuts are a fact of life. The Barons continue their campaign with your blessing, cutting a bloody swath across the rich fields of Tavlin. Barons get more money. You hear nothing from Queen Emmeline, and her troops only provide a token resistance. Still, you know you will have to watch your back. Nuts counter magic. Is that true? It's not just a it's not just a regular allergy, it's because I got magic blood. Okay. Your Majesty, I have those plans we discussed on the expedition to Char. Are we almost ready to leave? Not quite, Your Highness. There are still important decisions to be made. Alright, show me. First, we need to decide who has the honor of building your ship. Well, it's going to be the patricians instead of sailors, right? The patricians offer to construct a mighty galleon in your name. It will be pricey, but unmatched in quality. Very well, Your Highness. Which will you choose? It will be the patrician's galleon, obviously. Very good, Your Majesty. Next, we must decide who will crew your ship. Who's the volunteers? Unfortunately, the best of them come at a price. Experienced trade ship captains and the crews would be ideal, but won't be free. There are also those in the Navy who are equally experienced, but enlisting them would reduce our naval strength for a time. And you could also levy amateur peasant crews, or even use prisoners, but I don't know how much you could trust them to get where they need to go. An experienced crew, that's fine. Yep, I will make the arrangements. There is one more thing, Your Majesty. The ship will be large enough to house additional expedition members or store extra cargo you wish to send across the sea. She hands you a list indicating there's a room on the boat to fit in 2 options. I think I'd send the soldiers. Soldiers and scholars? I mean, that sounds good, right? Soldiers and scholars. Soldiers and horses, that could also be good. I won't send any more gold, I won't send priests. It's literally going to be between these 3. Definitely soldiers. What shall we take? Send soldiers from the march? Of course. I'm sure they will put the crew's mind at ease. And what will you choose for the final room on the ship? It's a godless land, so is our kingdom once I'm done with it. You know what? I'm gonna do a vote in chat. So I'm not really... I definitely was the soldiers, but I'm like kind of just... What to send to Sure? Question mark? Horses or scholars? Alright, you'll have 1 minute to vote in chat. 1 vote per person. Vote as you please. I'm going to go to the bathroom and back right quick while you do that. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, let's see. We've got to vote for scholars. If it was, yes, if it was a tie, it would have been a coin toss. Hello, Teeny. Welcome on in. Teeny Bert has joined us. Welcome to the Pats. Oh, dear. Fantastic. I think that's everything. I shall get to work immediately, Your Majesty. She picks up her scribbled notes and diagrams and hurries out of the room, her spectacles bouncing slightly on her nose. The ship is completed in record time. Clearly the patricians are eager to impress. You see it off from the harbour by the end of the season. The crew are eager and the ship looks sturdy. You can only hope they bring back something worth the investment or even come back at all. Let's see if we get a shipwreck or not. It'd be a very expensive shipwreck. I put 3,000 money into that. I need more money to come back.
Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference? Men, women, or do you not mind?
I'd like a woman, please, Chancellor.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll send out messages to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer.
Lady time, yeah, we rolled a dice. The dice determined that we want women. Amidst the dark and foreboding forest, a small squat castle stands watch over the Marcher border. There at the edge of the kingdom, a plot is hatching. Have the merchants from Kerf arrived at the gunpowder yet? Not yet. They still fear the king's reprisals, not to mention their own government. Then our work is not done. We need to weaken King Samuel II's grip. The Baron's aim is to lower authority to 4 or less. They're going to do that by dragging me into a war where I get to look strong and important. Fantastic work, Barons. I love it. Hmm. Now then. I mean, I'd be tempted to do a big tax, but 2,150, that's enough for now. And nobody's given me a reason to be upset with them yet. Oh. Wait, did we have this?
Your Majesty, I approach you with a delicate matter.
Speak freely, my good fellow.
For many years, a monk in the march by the name of Gilderfrith has been writing a history of the kingdom, but I regret to say his assessment of your father is most unkind. Since you are King Samuel's direct heir, this also reflects poorly on you.
How unkind?
Let's just say Gilderfrith would have been executed for treason if he wrote this while your father was alive. He compares King Samuel to an adult goat whose brain be riddled with all the worms of the earth.
Why would he write such things?
I am given to understand that during your predecessor's reign, Gilderfrith was refused patronage in a most impolite manner.
Yes, I remember this now. I told him to jog on. Yeah, we were frugal. We didn't want to spend money.
Yes, Your Majesty.
All right, everyone. It's very simple. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, I want B or C or D. Ooh. Well, it's not going to be published. I'm just going to monarch's vote. All copies of the manuscript, hopefully. Oh, this is rough. I believe you think it's historically accurate that my dear old dad was an adult goat with a head full of worms. Oh, okay. Patricians have come in. It's still very close, and what is that? 12 votes? There's 6 of you yet to vote. We're going to do a final countdown. 3, 2, 1. If you've yet to vote, now's the time. Patricians being loyal. Patricians know what side their bread is buttered. Gilderfrith is flung into your dungeon to contemplate his choice of words. His manuscript, many years in the making, is reduced to ash in seconds. Sure, the barons muttered that you're a tyrant, but they won't dare put that down in ink. Alright, what do we got here?
There is an unusually large number of petitioners today, Your Majesty.
Alright, let's hear from the Grandees. The Grandees military is going to take a kicking. Great, wonderful.
A whole battalion of my soldiers has gone missing, Your Majesty. They've deserted, but I've no idea why, or where they left, or where they went.
Okay, the entire Southern Army has deserted. Somewhere out there, there's a commander for the Southern Forces leading the entire army around.
Why are you here, Lord Patrician Canadian? Someone's been attacking trade caravans in the coast, Your Esteemed Highness. They're not even targeting anything in particular. Just looking to cause maximum havoc. Could be those deserters from the south.
And finally, what about you, Baron Merrow?
Your Majesty, someone has been burning my fields and raiding my villages.
They're much too organised to be some petty bandit clan by the 9th. They're like ghosts in the night. Always gone before dawn and covering their tracks. Must be the deserters who are doing it and causing problems for Lord Patrician Canadian Commander at the same time. So the deserters are the root of your problems? There's more to it yet, Your Majesty. Payments have been siphoned off from our tax collections. A large amount of expected income is missing.
Someone has been convincing the priests of the 9th to preach against you, condemning your war against Tavlin as the influence of the 7th god.
Damn it, they're on to me. Wait, Tavlin? Hold up, Tavlin. Yes. Aha. Do you think that's related? Absolutely, Your Majesty. Queen Emmeline is a cunning woman, and her network of spies is legendary. This is likely a retaliation she promised. I advise caution. Anyone here could be on her payroll. This cannot go to vote. It's too risky.
Are you sure, Your Highness? The nobles will not appreciate this.
Then again, we don't know which of them are compromised. Root out all the traitors in our midst. The nobles are not pleased that you sidestepped them, of course. Yeah, be unhappy, we're at war. Your Marshal and Spy Master work in tandem to identify and bring justice to those suspected of working for Tavlin Scorn. By the end of the weeks-long effort, the ringleaders are brought before you.
Your Majesty, the traitors have been found. Grandee Lakelock, Grandee Casual Hoy, and Lord Patrician Chaz.
In the dungeons. All of them. Casual Hoy, Lakelock. How dare you? Raffle, yeah, no, we're going to throw them in the dungeons. The offended nobles are thrown into the dungeons with their personal effects seized. Traitors! Alright, salutes in chat. That's a triple kill. Casual Hoy, Lakelock, and Chaz, all of you get to come in as your successors. Feel free to change up your roleplay accordingly. Now let's see. The kill count climbs. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Triple salutes. Finally, the conspiracy starts to come apart at the seams. The remaining Gaunt agents are systematically rooted out. It becomes clear that Queen Emmeline's gambit has failed. Good. After a brief summit, swaths of Tavlinese border regions are annexed into the kingdom, much to the delight of the barons. There we are. That's what we like to see. We did it. We took Tavlin. Yeah, they're the real ones. 100%. They're the ones we got. So there we go. Casual Hoy the second. Lakelock the second. And Charlie's Waffletails the second. Also, I got some cash money, which is very useful.
I have found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young woman from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely, you'll be securing a powerful alliance.
Now then, I think, politically speaking, I'd probably want to make a deal with the patricians to keep them on side, as they're like the biggest threat to me. I mean, the barons are like happy with me, right? The grandees, we can just leave them to moulder for a bit. But yeah, I want someone that's good and maybe has a dark side. somebody that takes care of things on the sly, somebody that's a problem with the church. Those would all be good candidates, but I'm going to lean towards the patricians as the political situation demands. Let's see. The Chancellor leads you to the Great Hall, where they've arranged 3 portraits on easels for now. Each is covered by a cloth. Alright, let's see the eligible bachelorettes. They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait.
From the coast we have Eulalia, wealthy heiress to Lady Patricia Teenybert's estate. I mean, just look at her. She's gorgeous, and apparently she's got a silver tongue too. She recently gave away half her fortune to the church, much to everyone's surprise. The common folk hate her for some reason, but who cares what they think?
She's bold, but more importantly, she gave money away to the church. So, okay, the dream we had of a patrician alliance is on the ropes. I don't think bold and faithful. There's nothing wrong with being bold, okay? We love our boldies. Bold maxing over here. But giving money to the church, that's a bit of a deal breaker, not gonna lie. Could be better.
From the south, Sicantha, eldest daughter of the Morgrim moon lineage. She's reputed to have an ego the size of the sun, but there's nothing wrong with confidence, right? Like many in the south, she claims to put her faith in the ninth god above all worldly concerns. She tried her hand at a number of ventures, so they all seem to end in disaster.
Another god botherer. Are you okay, Thrifty? Oh, no. I've just got a bit of a cold or something, so I'm hacking up phlegm occasionally. And doing the voices, especially a Chancellor, is a bit taxing. But we're going to get through it, don't worry. I don't like the look of her at all. Get rid of her.
And finally we have the Marches offering Henrika, scion of the prestigious Katori Blueberry bloodline. A timid woman, not the kind that does well in the march, bless her. Perhaps the palace will suit her better. Like most of the barons, her great passion is hunting. No beast is safe from her crossbow. And as shy as she may be, she doesn't seem to have a problem attracting romantic interest.
So we got a baroness who's hunting. I don't know. Shy though. Shy is kind of. Do I want some sort of shrinking violet? Especially someone that's going to be like having other people. I think I'd be kind of jealous. Don't know that Samuel II is, he's pretty insecure. Shy is a no, it isn't. It's anti-wrathful, though. Damn. It's gonna be Baldy from the coast, I think.
What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance.
What else? So, yeah, gave half her fortune to the church. The common folk hate her, but who cares what they think? I like the common folk hating her. Don't want to roughly turn someone into a frog. That does seem which. I'm not trying to plan it with like, I'm trying to do it based off the information here, not knowing what sort of events can happen from them. You know, I've got a diplomatic clause to try and make peace with the patricians and bring them into the fold. They've been very supportive of me. She might do, but we can fix her. You know, we can wean her off the church eventually. Do I want someone that's shy that I'm going to have to be sort of guarded over because she has a lot of suitors? Don't think so. Yeah, it's going to be Eulalia of the Coast. Excellent, I'll make the arrangements. Yeah, she's like, she could be our beard. Oh yes, we love the... We love the Ninth Church here. Absolutely not a heretic. Anchored a few miles away from the sunny coast, Lord Patrician Nekojita has invited his closest confidants aboard his yacht. The kingdom is fine. No one's calling for the king's advisors to resign. We need to step it up. More chaos, more panic. Then we can swoop in and offer the king an olive branch. Indeed, and if he doesn't want to take it, we'll smack him with it until he gives in. The patrician's aim is to lower stability to 4 or less. Here it is, okay. Alright, everyone. Banker, welcome on in. Let's see where you got put. Banker, you've been placed in among the barons. Welcome aboard. I see you own the game. I don't recognise your name, so I assume this is not your first time playing, but your first time playing with us. We do like to roleplay here. And right now, we are role-playing with a little bit of golden choice. I'm going to give you all some money. And you best like me. Yes, it is. Well, welcome aboard. Please don't sweat it if you see people voting against their schemes sort of thing. Everyone's got their own little roleplay stuff going on. This is mine for the moment. The current king, wrathful, discreet, and is the son of a witch. So we're going to be working through that. Let's deal with the arms shortage. This sounds like a problem. Your Highness, the situation in the south is dire. The city watch in many of our cities is understaffed and now crime is rampant. Even jewellery is dwindled as minor nobles take up other hobbies, like knitting and insect collecting. Ha! Knitting and insect collecting. We must bolster our dwindling forces in the south. Who knows what will happen to our people without protection? It's time. We have banished the ghost of Taverlin. Victory is at hand. Arise, arise, my southern men and women. Join the forces. We shall restore the pride of the south, the army. Golden choice, everyone, on B. I want posters with my face on every street corner. We shall call the people to action. Restore the nation, restore the army. I stand victorious before you. Join me. I'll also give you 500 gold if you vote for it. So vote B. Alright, that's 5 people yet to vote. That might be people that are out. But we're going to do a final countdown. 3, 2, 1 and then move on. If you've yet to vote, vote B for your goodie bags. There we go. This is going to be great. Surely the peasants just need encouragement. Posters featuring your likeness pointing at the reader with text saying King Samuel II needs you are soon plastered throughout the kingdom. What? Once again, you're thankful for the superstitious common folk. Perhaps only out of fear, peasants across the south line up for armed duty. The grandees are most pleased. There we go. Alright, now we got some trivial thing. Oh, hello, Ephron, your beached whale. Your esteemed highness,
great big whale washed up on the coast right outside my villa. However, before I could order my servants to harvest its blubber, a finfolk crawled up onto the sand and begged me for an audience with the king. Tell me you didn't grant that request. Apologies, Your August Majesty. Your worst fears are realised when a frog-faced, green-skinned man waddles in, his flippers slapping against the marble. Oh.
Your Majesty, this whale's name was Himka. She was a wise and gentle and a great friend of the Finfolk. We regret our return so we can send her soul to the greater bliss with honour.
In what way was this whale your friend?
She kept the sharks away, banished our gloom with her beautiful songs, and provided us her bounteous milk.
Ew.
Please return her so we can give her a proper burial.
Des below, you can't be seriously considering this, Your Esteemed Highness. The beast is dead. Return the dead whale. I mean, it's kind of a culty, right? I mean, I don't want it. No matter what. That's the deal. Like, yeah. Oh, look, all the pats are like, oh, we're gonna give it away. Pats are like, actually, yeah, we don't need it. Ephra can go without. Oh, dear. Right, what do we got? What do we got here? Right, that's 11 votes. Pretty sure what way it's drifting. We're going to do a countdown. 3, 2, 1. On the 9th, I can't believe this. The animal was already dead.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I think I'll owe you a great debt.
Using a huge crane and a team of oxen, the rotting whale is lifted and placed upon the wooden rollers. Without ceremony, it's plopped back into the ocean. From that point on, coastal fishermen report that their catches have never been better. The grateful finfolk literally herd fish towards their nets. Alright, here we go. Your wedding to Eulalia is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. Feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Eulalia at your side.
Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife?
I do, Archie.
Then I pronounce you king and wife.
After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new wife, Eulalia, laps up the attention, delivering a witty speech in which she flatters you outrageously. By the time you find yourself alone with Eulalia, it's past midnight, and you've never felt more tired. You danced so very beautifully. It's such a wonderful day, wasn't it? Yeah, whatever. Yeah. This shocks her at first, and then she smiles. Me neither. Still, I suppose it's a game we must play. Let's drop the act, shall we? So it is all an act. Haha, caught me. Well, what shall we talk about? I'm so used to steering conversations into safe waters, I've forgotten how long to let it run its natural course. The Archbishop's a pompous old git, isn't he? From there, the conversation flows like fine wine. You pass the bottle back and forth, joking about the greedy nobles and the self-righteous Archbishop.
At night's end, you join your wife in bed, feeling for the first time you glimpsed her real feelings. Ah, a happy marriage born out of gossiping. The prophesied Knight's Herald has finally manifested on Celestath, taking the form of a humble noble known as Seraphina, who hails from a farming town in the Southern Hills. Or so the grandees claim. Oh, bless me.
Ha ha! Peasants all over the south are flocking to you, Seraphina. I knew you could do it.
Hello, casual hoy. Scheming around.
Praise be that I've got, and of course it's Whopper as well. Praise be, but this is just the beginning. With him on our side, we'll capture the minds of the common folk and lead a holy crusade against the false king. The people still need a push, however. With just the right amount of chaos, the peasants will take up arms and die for you.
The next stage of their scheme, the grandees must lower stability to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Uh-oh. A whole Grand Pat alliance, so both the barons and the patricians are currently stalled out. They want to lower authority to 4 or less, stability to 4 or less, and the grandees have just made it to the second stage of their scheme, so they're getting ahead, but they also want to lower stability to 4 or less. Oh, bless me. Oh. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Alright, let's start with the fishy wedding.
Your Majesty, the Archduke of Saul has invited you to his forthcoming wedding. Your attendance would help shore up relations between our 2 great nations. By the 9th great nation, the Isle of Saul is nothing more than a nest of pirates and cutthroats. And I heard it isn't a proper marriage anyway. The Archduke is marrying a fish.
Oh, the schemers are here to tell me it's bad. Okay.
The groom is a finfolk, one of the denizens of the sea, perfectly sapient and actually amphibious. Well, the church doesn't agree with a man marrying a fish. We mustn't legitimize this fast by allowing the king to attend.
Here's what I think. I'm gonna pay you money. Of course I will go. Tap in the... No, I'm gonna pay you. I think Golden Choice will win out over a veto here. But yeah, I don't like the church. I don't like the High Inquisitor. We're not good on that. But, you know, I've already met one Finfolk. I want to Golden Choice. I want to go to the wedding and be like, poop poop. Vote A for Golden Choice. Ooh, Golden Choice is split. Damn. You really don't want me to go to that wedding and eat all that nice little finger food. Oh, this is very nervous. You mean I can't just bribe you into voting the way I want you to? Okay, cool. That's 14 votes. I think that's everyone that's active. Shout out to the patricians for wanting that money. Couldn't have done it without you.
Excellent. The wedding is scheduled for next year. I'll inform the Archduke that you shall be delighted to attend. Huh, this kingdom is sliding into madness.
When it's announced that you will attend the wedding, the grandees are naturally scandalised. Ugh, okay. But the peasants, sentimental as ever, are in favour of your decision. Public opinion turns against the overly strict church. Yes. There we go. We are so good right now. I say comet sighting. The blood red comet was spotted in the night sky over the south, Your Highness. The peasants are claiming it is a terrible omen. The common folk are on the verge of panic. Is there anything I can do? Yes, I will tell them there's nothing to worry about. You deliver a speech reassuring the peasants of the south that the comet isn't a good or bad thing, just a thing. Pray the ninth god riding a chariot or whatever. Hey, Weldris, welcome on in. Let's see, where were you? Fortunately, the common folk take you at your word. After all, if the king says something, you'd better listen. The peasants go back to work in the fields, ignoring the comet entirely. Oh, there you go. We got Grandee Weldris here. And a contested wreck. Let's have a look. An opportunity, Your Majesty. Ah, here's Weldris. A curved ship sunk last week, just off our coast. I request permission to salvage the wreckage. Curved vessels are always full of valuable things. Oh god, I'm hacking up a storm. Wait. Yes, Chaz, wait. It might be off your coast, but it's in our waters. By sea and storm, in fact, it's closer to our city of Hyphos than any of yours. You ceded those waters years ago in exchange for a chest of silver. You're having money problems. Your Holiness, esteemed council, don't let this liar fool you. Giving bounty to Kerf, I don't know. I mean, we're pretty good with Kerf right now. Someone should get it, I think. It's up to you all. Oh. Just gonna go put the kettle on and get some peppermint tea. I'll be back in a moment. Oh. Oh, the kettle is on. The Grandees are going to salvage the ship. Excellent. Any more votes to come? How many have we got there? Is that 13? I think that's everyone. What? But it's in our waters. Move over. The council's word is final, isn't it? The operation goes ahead and yields a great bounty for the Grandees. Spices from Atesh, tallish pearls, and a strange music box that sends everyone to sleep. Look at that. The Grandees have some money. Very good. Alright, we got an auction coming up. Let's see. Barons may want to try to reduce authority if they still hope their scheme will go through. They got B, the theatre, to lower authority. The Grandees and the Patricians want to lower stability. They got E, the prison, to do so. If you would like to stall out their schemes further, D, the library, raises stability instead. Also of note, if you want to undermine my ambition, you can get the stadium to lower military. So I think that's it. It's A, B, D, and E are all hot tickets with regards to people's schemes. Here's the list so you can see everyone's money in real time. And we're going to start the auction. Now, type !fund, followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items will be built and take effect at the end of the auction. Everything else bid on will be refunded. You have about 40 seconds to get your funding in, but there's a slight delay on stream, so I will type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. Try not to miss out. Some of you may want to snipe. Let's see, that's all set up. C&A. Cathedral, what? Who wants a cathedral? And a stadium? What? I mean, I guess, if you want to undermine my ambitions. Alright. 10 seconds, go, go, go! E&A. There we go. What's that? We got a prison built in the coast, so it's lowering stability a notch. And the stadium built in the march, lowering their military. Ugh. Okay, the good word. Let's deal with this and then we'll do the island rises. This one's very simple. Greetings, Samuel. I've had an idea. As I'm sure you know, my fellow patricians have been shrinking in their religious duties a bit recently. Faith in the ninth god could certainly be higher in the coast right now. The problem is a feeling of disconnection to church here in the capital. But I figured the message came from one of their own. It might make a difference. Can't blame them the way the Archbishop acts. Quite, but that's neither here nor there. Will you give me your blessing? I think it'd be better if you didn't rock the boat, Eulalia. If you wish, my love. Eulalia utters a sigh of frustration before stalking off. There we go. Marriage ruined? No, no, no. We'll fix it. You know, we'll wean her off it. I'm going to go get my cup of tea and hopefully clear out my throat a bit. Ugh. Alright, there we go. Yeah, the marriage is still good, I think. Your Majesty, Your Holiness, something most strange has occurred in the Ghost Sea. What is it, Hoy? A new island has risen halfway between our shores and the Isle of Saul. The Finfolk raised it from the depths using their weird ocean magic. It's true, Your Majesty. The Finfolk raised the island to celebrate the marriage of the Prince of Archduke of Saul. They will gift it to him on the day of the ceremony. This is terrible news. That island is of immense strategic importance. We can't let it fall into Saulish hands. What do we reckon? I mean, oh wait, secret meetings does sound kind of discreet. I mean, I'm kind of happy with any of these. You know what? I'm going to do reverse voting. Magic? Oh yeah, okay, cool. Tap in the sign. We are pro-magic. You know what? Let's pay a wizard to sink the island back into the sea. Golden choice on sea, everyone. I do like this event because if you get this event before you're married, you can go and seduce the Finfolk prince. At which point, if you're like, ugh, icky, the chancellor's like, oh, there, it's just a Finfolk, blah, blah, blah. Very politically correct. But if you vote for this option to send the chancellor because you're already married, the chancellor's like, oh, you can't be serious, they're an icky fish. Like, it's, it shows something about the chancellor's character. It's quite funny. All very prim and proper and polite up front, but the moment stuff gets real. Alright, golden choice, we got 10. That's 15 votes. Yeah, that's everyone, I think. The wizard waddles into your throne room, a thin pool of brine forming around his feet, staining your nice carpet. You want me to put that island back underwater? Big bit of old magic, that. I'll have to go up against the Finfolk. You will be adequately compensated. My Tower of Coral does need some repairs. I'll do it. The wizard is as good as his word. A few weeks later, the island sinks back beneath the waves as suddenly as it first appeared. With the island and dowry gone, the Archduke's wedding plans fall through, and you hear no more chatter about Finfolk marriage. There we go. We solved the problem, everyone. Your marriage to Eulalia is not what you'd hoped. She seldom sleeps in your bed, and over breakfast, you exchange only a few frosty words before she departs to the chapel. The last thing on your mind is procuring the heir, but the needs of the kingdom must prevail.
Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. But something's still missing. You need an heir. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins.
Oh. So my wife is unhappy, but I can win her around, right? So either that or my cousin. You know what? I think even if the wife's unhappy, Samuel is the kind of person that's going to go for it anyway and wants a proper heir. Charm magic? No, it won't be charm magic. It'll just be like, look, you got to give me at least one heir. Gonna have a very difficult conversation in private about it.
The traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can get down to business.
Who knows? Maybe we'll make it work. Maybe she'll come around. Deep in the south, the grandee paces along the balcony of his hillside villa. It's just not enough. The peasants love Serafina and believe the miracles, but they won't rise up to put her on the throne. They'll come around. The king's golden age can't last forever, can it? The grandee's aim is to lower stability to 4 or less. There we go. We're pretty good. 1,007 gold in the treasury. Although, let's have a look. What does this look like? I mean, it's tempting to levy extra tax. You've got to have an extra tax spout. But people have been vaguely supportive. You know, nobody's done anything to cross me yet. Who wronged you? Exactly, yes. That's what I was going to do it to everyone. I was just going to cruel tax everyone because no one's wronged me. I just want money. But I don't really need money that bad, so I think we're okay. Grandies haven't wronged me. What are you talking about? Grandies haven't done anything overt against me. A curious curse, falsely accused, troublesome holidaymakers. This is all... we like this. This is minor stuff. Nothing big's happening now. Maybe we are in a golden age. Death's below. This is not to be borne. Lady Patrician seriously brandishes a crumpled hat. A hat! Oh, cheers. I think that's mine. Baron Banker? Huh. This was left on the edge of my estate by a group of barons on holiday, along with a huge number of empty bottles of ale. They scattered picnic baskets everywhere, trampled my crops, and sat around a bonfire all night. My horses were terrified. And now I know. The culprit was Baron Banker and his dissolute idle friends. We were just enjoying our prosperity and taking a break. Those clear skies, that shining sun. What a nice change from the march. You should be flattered that we're so eager to visit. Flattered? Death's below. When the barons come to our lands, all they do is cause trouble and destruction. These are all lies? I think B would be ideal. Banning it all together is a bit much. I don't want to pay you. I think B would be ideal, but if I give you golden choice, will it soften it a bit? And then everyone's going to get a bit of cash for this. Yeah, let's do that. B, golden choice. It's nice. The barons just have to pay a little extra. Oh. Celebrity Canadian Commander, you left didn't put... oh, there you go, you've done it. Oh, okay. I thought the barons would be okay with that. Two, 3, 4, 9. That's 15. I think that's the number of people active. There is a clear leader. The lure of coin quickly overrides the patricians' principles. Barons flock to the coast for weeks-long banquets and scandalous parties. Merchants and cooks alike prosper. Coastal delicacy become famous. There's a booming trade in hangover cures. Yes, there's a lot of clearing up to do afterwards, but there's a problem for later. There we go. That cost... wait, did it? How much did it cost you? Can't have been that much. Yeah, never litter, everyone. Always take your trash to a proper bin.
Your Serene Highness, I bring bad news from our newly constructed prison in the coast. One of the prisoners, a murderous rogue by the name of Quinstock Poos, has escaped. His location is currently...
The double doors bang open.
A grubby-looking peasant strides into the council hall, escorted by an anxious watchman. In this room.
Sorry, Your Majesty. He said it was urgent and he was pretty persuasive.
Your Majesty, I swear I'm innocent. Noble Patrician Nivmilk threw me in prison on trumped-up charges simply because I said I didn't like their hat. Your esteemed Highness, I have no idea what this fool is talking about.
That's stupid. We should get to the bottom of this no matter what. I'd prefer an investigation to know the truth. Wait, what? Nivmilk is voting for Nivmilk to be imprisoned? What? Why? Wrong vote. Yeah, I was gonna say. Uh-oh. Bring your reading glasses next time. Well, it looks like we're going to put this. I need a new prescription. I think so, yes. No worries. Oh, well. It looks like we're going to put the peasant back in prison. Oh, dear. Alright, that is 12 total. Do a final countdown. Then again, there's only like 3 of you left active. Dini, you should already be in.
It's a bad hat. I shouldn't go to prison for speaking a simple truth. The hat looks stupid. One more bad word about my hat, knave, and I'll kill you myself.
It takes 7 watchmen to restrain Noble Patrician Nivmilk as Quinstock Poos is dragged down to your dungeons.
Thank you, Your Esteemed Highness, for listening to my reason. Truly, you are most wise.
The false imprisonment of Quinstock Poos enrages the peasantry, but at least it reinforces the message that the King's justice cannot be overturned. Yeah, but doing the join sheet that would help if it's a new computer and you want the plugin to register you. A giant glass globe filled to the brim with murky water is wheeled into the council. The fishbowl contains the Lord Patrician Canadian commander suspended in liquid. He pokes his head above the surface. Your esteemed highness, glub glub. A most infuriating circumstance has befallen me, glub glub. There's something fishy going on? Yeah. Oh, what happened to you? I've been glub glub and cursed by a sea wizard. He inflicted me with his glub glub gills. So I can't leave the water for more than a couple of glub 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 minutes. What did you do to anger this wizard? I updowed a tannery that's glub glub polluting some picturesque beach that he likes. How was I supposed to glub 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 being no? I demand that you arrest this maniac and force him to glub remove these gills. Or I mean, I don't think fighting the wizard is a good shout, but I'll let you go all decide. A, B, C or D. Send a squad of coastal soldiers, send a diplomat, close down the tannery, or send the wizard a hamper of fine cheeses and a bottle of wine. Nothing that can't be sold. I don't know if violence works against wizards. I think it's like a rock, paper, scissors sort of thing here. Okay, that's most of you. We got a clear leader. Soon enough, the sea wizard appears before the council. As he walks in, seawater sloshes at his feet, welling up from the ground itself. What do you want from me? Scrampton's getting a few appearances today, ain't he? We need you to reverse the curse afflicting Lord Patrician Canadian Commander. Why did I do a thing like that? His tannery is ruining my favourite beach, and I don't curse for nothing. I'll order him to shut down the stupid tannery. You do that. The wizard's flesh bulges and ripples and suddenly turns to water splashing down the corridor. He's left you with quite a clean-up job. After your soldiers close down the tannery and destroy its vats, the nearby beach returns to its former beauty, and Lord Patrician Canadian Commander recovers from his curse. There we go. Sure, a few hundred jobs are lost, but it's a small price to pay, it's true. Lord Patrician Canadian Commander appears in the council hall a few days later, back to his old self, though he has a case of the hiccups that persists for several months. No, we fixed it. Look, everything's fixed. Everything's the way we want it to be. I think we're good as we are. Hey, okay, alright. Expedition returns. That's the big one, right? And then Roving Hunters, Printing Press. We'll start with Printing Press, go through Roving Hunters, then the Expedition returns. Your Majesty, a blacksmith in the march has come up with some sort of printing contraption. Instead of relying on painstaking efforts as scribes, it produces hundreds of copies of text an hour. Sounds remarkable. Aye, Your Highness, isn't technology wonderful? Don't you see how dangerous this is? Books should stay in the churches and universities, or else commoners will start getting ideas. You know what? Absolutely no to the churches. But anyone else is fair game. Yeah, the university might be good. We're vaguely in favour of that, but apparently we're going to let the masses do it. I foresee no negative consequences here. Damn, you're showing up in mass for that. You're going to regret this one day, Your Serene Highness. Ignorance is the only thing keeping the common folk in line. Nonsense, you're just jealous. In the end, both are right. The coast develops a thriving publishing industry. But as more and more books are printed, radical ideas start to spread. Ideas like maybe peasants deserve rights. And should we even have a king at all? Awful! Right, what's oh, it's this one. Okay, I know this now. Your Majesty, 2 barons are on their way home from an epic hunt and seek shelter for the night. In exchange, they are willing to gift you a rare trophy and provide meat for an extravagant feast if you so wish. Would I go out and eat? What would a discreet king do? Yeah. Awful. Do I want to deal with this? I don't really. They can stay, but I don't feel like a feast. Ask about who is it?
Their names are Banker and Merrow.
Oh, I don't really care about Banker or Merrow, do I? That's discreet.
As for this particular hunt, it's an ancient marcher tradition. Something about trekking off to the four corners of the kingdom to claim a bounty from the great spirit animals.
Turn them away? I don't know that I'd do that. They can stay because I want to be gracious, but I don't want to involve too much. You invite the barons before their retinue into the palace and exchange pleasantries before turning in for the night. But later that night you hear strange noises coming from their quarters, like a pig squealing and snorting. What on Celeste staff did they bring here? Let's see what that is. You creep down the corridors and push open the door. The former barons stand before you, transformed into hideous porcine beasts that stand on two legs with snouts, tusks, and pink floppy ears.
Your Majesty! Don't look at us! Don't look at us!
Animal spirits are not to be hunted. Your witch blood knows it. Ah! Okay, yeah, maybe I'd know about this curse. You're right.
What in the devil is wrong with you? What's a meat, my liege? We hunted and butchered an ancient legendary beast. We were told it was cursed, but we're also told devouring the beast, the spirit of the forest itself, would bestow great power. We never thought this would be our reward.
I won't tell anyone, but you have to leave right now. You hurry the barons through one of your hidden passages, without a word, not wanting to argue with your decision. Once outside, you bid them farewell. With as much sincerity as their hideous faces can muster, they vow to repay your kindness. Their parties will never be boring again. Oh. Great stuff. Your Majesty, the expedition you sent to Chur has finally returned, and they brought something incredible back with them. Oh, what's that? An arsenal of magical weapons. The crew believe they are weapons of the Ninth God himself, or at least his disciples, and have lain dormant since the Ninth's triumph. Show me them! Show them to me! Show them! A crate is wheeled into the room, followed by several bedraggled sailors, all with frantic looks in their eyes. Your Highness, we found these in an ancient tomb carved of black stone. The scholars wanted to bring back ancient texts instead, but the soldiers insisted on the weapons. Could be useful, I suppose. The weapons glow faintly with a pulsating purple light. Nearby nobles crowd around, jostling for a better look. Is there something you're not telling me? They were guarded by horrible stone-like creatures. Did I mention the lovely craftsmanship? The blades are light as a feather and cut through flesh as if it were air. They're magical, all right? Depths below. I could do with a sword like this. They're clearly cursed by the Ninth. We should dispose of them immediately, Your Highness. Tell me more about this tomb. It was pitch dark in there. Like it sucked the light out of the lanterns and torches. And those stone statues came to life and attacked us. It was something out of a nightmare, Your Maj. May the Ninth God let me forget what I saw. Okay, let's have a vote. I think everyone should get a weapon. Right? Right? Do I need to pay you? You're going to want it anyway, aren't you? Remake them might be better. Just to be safe. I mean... does this sound like a curse? Okay, we're gonna try and be safe. Vote C for golden choice, and we'll try and make the weapons better. Got a pile of cursed magic swords. I think we can sort them out. Oh, Lake, you've typed it in wrong there, the vote. There we go. Alright, 13 votes total. You have the swords thrown into your blast furnaces and get the best smiths to craft something new out of them. Unfortunately, they're almost impervious to heat. After a few sweltering nights, the smithies suddenly transform into terrifying fleshy beasts with dark red eyes and sprawling tentacles. Uh-oh. Your smiths turn fleshy monsters, disobey all commands, killing anyone who gets in their way as they march inexorably out of the capital and into the Eastern Sea, never to return. Okay, well, I guess that confirms there was a curse. Curse confirmed. So they would have turned into monsters here in the capital and then marched along this road and down this river. Rough day, you know? Rough day. That escalated quickly, it did, didn't it? Lake, no worries. Thank you for being here. Have a good night's sleep.
The kingdom is in great jeopardy, and the council is calling for the king's inner circle to resign.
Lake, goodbye. Everyone say goodbye to Lake. Good night, Lake. Take care of yourself.
We need to increase the pressure. If the king's in a weak enough position, he's got no choice but to bow to our demands. No more interfering spy master, no more marshal or chancellor or treasurer, a whole new inner circle all made up of patricians. For next stage of their scheme, the patricians must lower authority to 4 or less in 3 seasons. South swells with a sudden influx of devotees from across the kingdom. They've come to see the Knights Herald Seraphina in action. In the picturesque town of Calabria, the Grandee's holy claimant delivers a speech to raucous applause. 2 figures stand in an alcove nearby. If our army was strong enough, we could take the palace by force. Uh-oh. A crusade? That sounds promising. So I suggest we leave it up to the Ninth God. Surely he will intervene on Seraphina's behalf. Uh-oh. So then, will you... Military and faith are both at 2 for the Grandees. Will you, A, try and launch a holy war to claim the throne? That involves raising your own military. Or B, pray for a miracle, raise your own faith. I think you're going to have to get... Isn't it 5 minimum for these things? So you're going to have to get 5 military, right? Hey, goodbye, Sirius. Thank you for being here. Have a good night. Everyone say goodbye to Sirius in chat. As the vote is called, cheers erupt in the cramped halls of Grandee Casualhoy II's villa. For the Ninth God! Death to the Pretender! Death to King Samuel II! For the final stage of their scheme, the Grandees must raise their military to at least 5. Damn. I do need more military, ideally, but, you know, we're stumbling around.
So Serafina and the Grandees are on the final stage of their scheme. They need 5 military. The patricians, however, and Rhoda looking to lower authority. Both the barons and the patricians currently want authority lowered to 4 or less. Patricians have 3 seasons to do it to move on. I kind of want to win the crusade because he'll shoot the death count super high, will I? Oh no. A kraken! A real-life honest-to-knife kraken just outside my harbour off the western shore. We should send our navy to subdue the beast at once. A kraken has every advantage in the sea battle, your majesty. Perhaps a lighter touch is preferable. It said a kraken can be appeased by an offering of living creatures. Heretical nonsense! You cannot be considering this, your majesty. Make the sacrifice. Vote B for golden choice. It's the way forward. Mutated, welcome. Let's see, there you are, you're in the patricians. Vote B for golden choice will appease the kraken with a sacrifice. Feed the crabs to it. Summon the crabs. Send in wave upon wave of your finest crabs. Alright, 14, is that more or less everyone? Feed litterers to the kraken. Baron, get over here. Baron Banker. Alright, final countdown. If you've yet to vote, get it in. How far are we in this reign? We are about to introduce our heir. So we're coming into the endish, the last quarter, I'd say, of the game. Dozens of goats and cows are rounded up and carted off to Lord Patrician Charlie's Waffle Tails' second home, where they're dumped unceremoniously in the water near his estate. To the church's great anger, the bizarre plan works. The kraken presumably eats its fill and disappears back into the depths. Coastal villagers celebrate by burning kraken effigies and occasionally tossing their own goats into the sea. Hopefully you haven't just spawned a cult. Hopefully we have. That's great. Wonderful. Your Holiness, the loyal and noble Grandee Weldris has been taken hostage. Oh, Lakelock, who did this? Kidnapped? What do you mean? Some criminal organisation. These horrid miscreants demand gold and safe passage to Ashmead in exchange for Weldris's return. Oh. We love democracy. Roll up your sleeves, everyone. It's time to send in the boys. Like we weren't going to fight for one of our own. I mean, it's unfortunate I'm broke after having paid a wizard to fix everything, but, you know, we'll work through it. It's a coin toss, yeah. This will either cement my legacy as a military man or completely undermine everything. My God. Grandees, would it kill you to have a military? The assault is a catastrophe. The outlaws were more entrenched than anyone had realised, causing hard-fought battle. It's gone. It's gone. Completely gone. I'm sorry. To be honest, salutes in chat to the Grandee military and the Grandee scheme. I think it's cooked. Though the southern forces are victorious, they're decimated, and what's worse, Weldris was lost in the chaos. No! When he's eventually found, he's face down in a pool of blood. The Grandees are quick to put the blame squarely on your shoulders. Weldris, no! Salutes to Weldris in chat. Weldris, feel free to change up roleplay as Weldris II joins the game. Kill count climbs. That's our 4th noble death. Me only a levy of peasants. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to. The council hall is filled with nervous silence. What have we got? Hey, what have we got? 1d3. Oh, another son! There we go. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Serene Highness, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your son. What is his name? Sammy number 3. Excellent, Your Serene Highness. I'm sure little Sammy number 3 will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spymaster soon. Well, my ambition is in tatters. We're not doing great. Let's see. Grandees, can we get a fortress going? Can we have some military? In other news, authority is a big one. So if you're a baron or a patrician, you may want F the theatre to lower authority. But, you know, Grandees, if you want to make sure no one else can steal the march, A, the monument will boost authority instead. What else is pertinent? I mean, faith, if you're inclined to worry about that as a grandee. With C, the cathedral. But yeah, I think it's going to be between A and F. I think both of them will pass. That's my bet. I don't think enough grandees are going to be infused enough to vote for the fortress. Here's a list of everyone and their money so you can see it in real time, and we'll start the auction now. Type exclamation mark fund, followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. The top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Where has that Thieves Guild come from? You have about 40 seconds to get your funding in. But there's a slight delay on stream, so I'll type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. This is not great. Not great. Oh dear. Let's see. B and C. The B is killing me. Why would you want that? 10 seconds. Go, go, go. Alright, so we got a fortress and a Thieves Guild. Well done to Weldris. I saw Hoy also put a bid in for that early on. You got your fortress. You got 1 point of military. Well done. Just 4 more to go. Chaz, welcome on in. Can we get a shout out for Charlie? We got a raid. What were you playing today, Chaz? There we go. Big shout out. Charlie's Waffle Tales, formerly known as Captain Chaz, friend of the stream, been around a while. And also fellow streamer, what were you playing today? What was going on? Oh, this is not great, is it? Got a call for apprentices. Bad news, Your Highness. A meddling wizard has set up shop in Hartsburg. My cat needs something. No worries, Chaz. See you in a bit. Believe it's Biz, Lord of the Bells. Ugh. Why is this a problem? They put out a call for new apprentices, which is a rare event. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for many. There are droves of unwashed, glory-seeking common folk from all over the march are lining up for their chance. Just peasants. I, mutated zombie... Mutated Zombie Bush III have also decided to apply. The competition will be fierce, but those citizens are no match. I'll be the most powerful noble the council's ever seen. You couldn't even put your clothes on if it wasn't for your servant's help. We can't let this go ahead. To have a potential wizard on the council would present a clear and dangerous conflict of interests. So yeah, like, listen, real deal. A mutated zombie bush died twice in like our first game last weekend. It's pro magic. Yeah, I'm in favour of it. That's fine. Let's assemble the council. Cheers, Your Majesty. Veto seat. Yeah, this doesn't interact with their chance of success, does it? We're happy to let it happen. Although, the extra money would be nice for me, but I'm not going to push for it. This would put mutated zombie bush on the 4th. If he's retired from nobility. Alright, that's 12 votes. Alright, we'll do 3, 2, 1, and then we'll move on. Boom, boom. Oh. Okay. I suppose that is an acceptable compromise. Mutated Zombie Bush III begins his journey to Hartsburg immediately. Salutes in chat. His successor, Lord Patrician Mutated Zombie Bush IV, inherits his position on the council, but the Treasury confiscates the vast majority of his wealth as payment. Look at that. This is our 3rd reign, and it's the 3rd Bush. You're probably going to get the V if you keep showing up and dying like this. Oh, let me get the kill count up. Up to 5 deaths today. Jesus Christ. Biz's presence in Hartburg attracts all sorts of visitors. Though the power of their latent magic starts to wilt crops for miles around, that's less than great. Your Majesty, I come to you with a sensitive matter. What is it? It's become clear that Queen Consort Eulalia is utterly despised by the common folk. She can't appear in public without being mercilessly mocked. Unfortunately, appearing in public is the only thing your wife is really required to do. And when did this start? By all accounts, Eulalia is a charmer when in the company of fellow nobility, witty and sophisticated. But when she addresses the peasants, her manner changes. In her speeches, she appears stuck up and condescending. I don't like to pry into your personal affairs, but if your wife's popularity continues to plummet, she could be at risk. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. It is my duty. Your Majesty, shall I fetch your wife so you can discuss the matter with her? Yes, please. What is it, my dear? I hear the commoners have turned against you. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure they love me. After all, who doesn't? The commoners don't, and stop pretending otherwise. I'll admit they haven't warmed to me as quickly as I expected, but that'll change. I'll station more city watch when you address the public. That's hardly necessary, but thank you. Yeah, I do worry about her safety after all. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be a conqueror. Yes, and I won a war. But so far, you've not convinced anyone. The kingdom's army is mediocre at best, Your Majesty. You won't be doing any conquering anytime soon. Your current ambition isn't working out for you. If you want to stop the nobles from overthrowing you, you need to pivot, change your image. My advice will be to infiltrate each region with loyal spies, defeat their schemes with schemes of our own, but your advisors have other ideas. Your Majesty, help us know. Just no.
The common folk are a sleeping giant, and even the nobles are afraid to wake. If you become beloved by the peasants, the nobles won't dare overthrow you for fear of revolution.
Don't listen to the rest of these fools. Have you heard of the Scepter Sages? Oh, it's a lost artifact forged by Queen Alma the Wise. There's a legend that any king who recovers it will rule over a golden age. So for me, military's failed. We've got to go for... go for stability, and I hate to say it. It's gotta be the spy network. That fits me the best. I don't like doing it back to back, 2 in a row. But I can't see me... I'm like literally getting extra guards in to chaperone my wife around. I don't know if I could say that I'm beloved by the common folk. I keep shoving them in jail. Like father, like son. Yeah, that's the way it is. I was playing Digimon Cyber Sleuth. I plan to have a comedy evening with Date Everything. Oh, nice. Strong and stable. A wise decision, Your Majesty. I'll begin recruiting spies. We'll send them across the kingdom in the guise of travelling bards. But this will require a fine touch. Your priority will be to raise the kingdom's stability and overall trade as much as you can. And of course, there can't be open rebellion among the nobles. We are so good. We are so good right now. All right. You know, the money situation isn't bad. Has anyone messed me around? Nobody's messed me around. We've all been very good today. Like, nobody's given me a reason to be angry. Alright, let's start with shark attacks. Seems like a lot of stuff's kicking off in the coast. We've had Kraken, now we got sharks. Maybe Samuel III will be the conqueror? Maybe. You never know.
Upsetting news from the coast, Your Majesty. Several peasants have been killed by a shark. I've already sent your condolences.
You can't close my beach. No one mentioned closing That beach is vital for coastal tourism. And you can't close it just because a few people got on the wrong end of a fish. Well, now I want to close it. You can't. I'll take this all the way to the council. Well, I think it's only fair. I'll pay you money to shut down the beach. Didn't you get fishified for this beach? Yeah, my tannery is now my beach. Stop closing my things, my liege. It's going to be closed. So I'm going to pay you money to close it again. Come and get your cash. Cash money. The misadventures of Slippity Slap. It's just like desperate, like, no! I warned you not to shut the beaches down. It's happening. Think I'm gonna let a shark eat people? Hell no. That's bad. I will die on this beach. Oh dear. For the knife's sake, are we really shutting down my most profitable beach over a rowdy tuna? Listen, it was your tannery last year. Stop having bad business ideas. It's the only sensible option. The beach is closed until further notice. Tourism and revenues take a nosedive, but no more people die. That's good. We're good. We're good with that. Bad news, Your Majesty. Remember how you increased security around your wife's speeches? Of course, yes, yes. At her latest speech, a common folk pelted her with tomatoes and rotten eggs. And dung, and an entire turnip, which broke her nose. What? They broke the nose of my wife? At which point Eulalia lost her temper and she ordered the palace watch wade into the crowd and start swinging their swords. Ah. How many dead in total? 12, Your Majesty. 11 peasants and 1 watchman who slipped on a tomato and accidentally impaled himself on his own halberd. Given the circumstances, it could have been worse, but the common folk were on the verge of a full-scale riot. Send Eulalia to me. What it's worth, I'm sorry. I should have kept a cooler head. Go on an apology tour of the entire kingdom. Of course, I'll wear my feet down to stumps trapezing around this kingdom. I'll bow and scrape to every flea-bitten peasant who crosses my path. I don't know if she's being sarcastic. I would agree, but there's no way of doing that. Like, there was no way for me to say, oh, it's okay. It was either pay them money, make her apologise, or what was the third one? Wait, was that publicly defend her? I thought that was publicly, I thought that was me saying she did wrong. Okay, I misread it then. If that was publicly defending her, that's what I should have done. I need new reading glasses too? Yeah. For the next 3 months, Eulalia travels to the kingdom, begging for forgiveness. The common folk don't exactly welcome her in open arms. They're slightly less likely to riot. Okay, well, stability is kind of assured. All goes according to plan, Your Majesty. Let me show you. The Spymaster takes you through a secret passage in your own private office. You emerge into a hidden chamber where a number of hooded figures are waiting. These are my agents. They can blend into a crowd as effortlessly as they could slip a knife between the traitor's ribs. How can we be sure of their loyalty? I've been very careful with my selection. You can rely on these agents. Soon they will infiltrate the courts of all the nobles, on your council disguised as travelling bards. One of the spies tosses aside her cloak, revealing a lute and the colourful costume of a troubadour. With charm and flattery they'll worm their way into your nobles' hearts and minds. Then we will have a spy network the likes of which the world has never seen since your dad. I hope to make even the gaunt Davlin look like rank amateurs. They will learn to fear me. Indeed, your majesty. Weeks passes before you hear more news. Your spy master arrives in your office with a tiny scroll as small as a cherry stem, clutched between two fingertips. This is a message from one of our agents in the field, your majesty. I sent her to Baron Gwentara's keep disguised as a singing gesture, armed with a lute and a set of juggling balls. Open it then. Of course. Let's wait to hear the success of your fledgling spy. Oh, it's trade. Okay, sorry, I thought this was the stability one. The spy master studies the scroll for a moment, and a smile creeps across her face. She holds it over a candle flame, and it vanishes into a puff of cinders. There we go. Check number 1. She's been welcomed into Baron Gwentaris' court with open arms, and is already flattering him with falling songs. Let's hope our other spies are just as successful. Over the next few weeks, you receive back word from more and more of your agents. Almost all of them have successfully wormed their way into your nobles' courts. Now we must hope they can maintain cover. Let's wait and see. 60%. There we go. That's it. That's it. That's all they wrote. GG, everyone. A few more weeks pass. You wait anxiously for news of your spy's progress. One day your spy master appears at your desk, her face lit up by a triumphant smirk. Good news, your majesty. Our spies have uncovered some of your nobles' darkest secrets. Did you know Baron Gwentaris had an original fear of lemons? You do now. Who else has a fear of lemons? Potatoes! Sorry, we're just finishing up. But it'll be another game tomorrow. We'll be playing tomorrow with Samuel III, apparently. We even have a few illicit romances between the nobles and our generically attractive bards. The blackmail writes itself. Yes, your majesty. Let it all out. A bout of insane laughter now and then is good for the soul. But we can't get complacent. We must see if our other spies are as equally successful. Oh, my evil laughter's not... Hold on, let me lean into the mic and see if we can do it. No, it doesn't. Okay. It doesn't even when I'm right up to the mic. It doesn't sound like a human voice, that's why. My evil laugh is too evil. Over the next few weeks, your spies send more and more positive reports. Soon you've established a spy network throughout the entire kingdom. With a sense of smugness, you call your next council session. All the nobles file in. You realise you know all their secrets, their weaknesses, everything. My liege, I was thinking that taxes have been awfully high lately. Why don't we hold a vote on reducing them? Oh, we can call a vote, no problem. Hey, thank you for the raid. Thank you, buddy. Boy, thank you very much for all your continued support. Everyone, if you don't already, give Hoy a follow. Hold on. Good friend of the channel, fellow King of the Castle enthusiast. How was it? This, I hear, so what is the details, Hoy? Your family's moving away, so you won't be streaming for a while. Is that the short of it? Actually, Potatoes, thank you for the follow. So, is this going to be like a short-term hiatus for you, I suppose? I am going to miss your streams. take a break. Don't know when I might be back to regular streaming. Yeah. Hoy's chat turned into an improper Grandy scheme hub. Oh dear, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. Then again, you did get closer than the other factions, so there's that. You're the only ones in your final stage. But yeah, give me a shout when you do, Hoy. When you do return, you've got my Discord details somewhere. And obviously, don't be a stranger. Feel free to come in and have a watch or a lurk if you want to relax and unwind. And yeah, let me know when you come back, and I'll try and send some people your way as well. I'm gonna miss your content, and good luck in your real life things. Everyone say thank you to Hoy for all their streaming over the years. It's been like, what, 2-3 years of Hoy streams with King of the Castle? And a bunch of The Sims, Phoenix Wright, that's been recent. So yeah, if you don't already, give Hoy a follow and welcome them back when they come back. Being a Grandy is suffering, it is indeed. Oh, blessed. But yeah, we'll probably have a vote in a minute as to what I'll play for the rest of the afternoon for a few hours after this. This will be the end of King of the Castle today. But we will be continuing tomorrow, so carry on with me. We'll have a vote on the inheritance for King Samuel II. So you'll get to vote to decide what the roleplay will be, partly tomorrow's game. But let's carry on. Thank you again, Hoy, for the raid, and thank you for all your support over the past couple of years. As the nobles walk up to the ballot box, your spymaster swoops in and takes them aside. She whispers in their ear. One by one, you watch her expressions turn to horror. By the knife, how did you know about that? Only my mother knows about that. It can stay that way. Just one vote. Just vote the way we tell you to vote. I destroyed the evidence. You can't prove anything. You'd be surprised what I can prove. I know exactly where to dig, but if you vote the way I'll tell you, maybe I'll misplace my shovel. Hi. Care for some lemonade? Ah, leave me alone. I'll do whatever you say. Sure enough, when the votes come back, it's unanimous. The nobles, perhaps for the first time, have voted exactly how you wanted them to. I could get used to this. When you leave the council hall, the nobles are quiet. They know a new era has begun, an era of cooperation, or else. Your spymaster meets you outside, unable to keep the sly smile off her face. We did it. This is where my reign really begins. Indeed, your majesty, with the nobles under our thumb, we can accomplish great things. You just need to listen to my advice very carefully. Oh. That night you sleep an untroubled sleep for the first time since you first sat on the throne. No matter their grievances, the nobles will never again dare defy you. You simply need to mention offhandedly that you know what they did last winter, or that you know where they sleep at night. GG, everyone. Alright, let's have a vote for our inheritance. Let me set that up. New poll. Inheritance. Will King Samuel III inherit Wrathful? Will they be the Wrathful Samuels? Wrathful being what we've had for 2 games in a row now. Or will they inherit Discreet? This is for tomorrow's game. You got a couple of minutes to vote. You'll have 1 vote each. So vote as you please. I'll put the sign away. In haste to complete their scheme, the barons mishandled the gunpowder. It blew up in their faces, literally. All that was found of Baron Katori was a pair of boots feet still inside. The patrician's attempt to replace the king's advisors never panned out. One night, Lord Patrician Nekojita awoke to find a smiling spymaster holding a knife to his throat and asking kindly for him to desist. You were the lead schemer, Neku. The grandees prayed and prayed for a miracle to place Seraphina on her rightful place on the throne, but no miracle came. King Samuel II ruled from the shadows, getting his way in the council with blackmail and threats. The nobles were terrified. But the peasants considered it a golden age. After 15 years of unquestioned rule, King Samuel II died peacefully in bed, and the nobles let out a collective sigh of relief. Yeah, this is the spy ending, right? King Samuel II, the Mastermind, doing great work. Nekojita's the wealthiest Canadian commander is the poorest. I'm sorry. Slippity, I kept banning your stuff. I mean, did we really have a happy marriage in the end? I mean, we had a functioning one. Here's Samuel III. Pink little cheek scar right there. At least I'm rich. Yeah, that's true. Well, we're looking pretty good. Inheritance has ended. We're going to have Discreet tomorrow. So we're going to have Samuel III, the Discreet. Let me just make a note of that. Gonna be the Joker? What? Oh well, at least Samuel's looking good. Because of the scar on his cheek. Oh, let me tell you how I got these scars. I mean, you know, I think Mother would be pushing Samuel to be more faithful and go to church and attend prayer sessions with a priest and that sort of thing. Alternatively, maybe Dad dragged him into the military. I'll see what I roll up for the second thing, and then I'll decide what's good for the narrative one. Green-eyed black dragon? No. That's a Yu-Gi-Oh reference because of the dark magician epithet down at the bottom right. Oh look, we managed to get through without the Inquisition breaking us, so that's good.